Hi guys, welcome to episode 7 of our series, Effective Singleness. Today we're going to be continuing from our previous episode, which was about how to choose a godly spouse. And we're going to be looking at some of the character traits that you must look out for when choosing a spouse. And so please click on the share button to invite more people to join us, and click on the thumbs up to like this video. By doing so, you help push this video in front of more people. And finally, if you have a question in the course of the teaching, or if you pick up new things that you are learning from this video, you can leave it in the comment section to help make this an interactive teaching section. Thanks for doing that, and God bless you for your support. In the previous episode, we looked at the importance of having a vision or discovering your purpose while single, and how that sets you up for success in your choice of a spouse. Now, some may be asking, does it mean that if I don't know my purpose in life, or if I don't have a vision, I can't marry? Well, the answer is yes, you can go ahead and marry, but you need a lot of flexibility and adaptability to still make your marital relationship work when you later on in life discover your purpose. The interesting thing about purpose or running a vision is that most of the time you don't see the in-betweens. So you know the overall big picture that you want to get to, but the processes or the challenges that you may go through in order to get to that bigger picture is something that may be hidden, and you would be discovering it in the course of running the vision. And this is why it's so important that both you and the person that you want to marry must have that character trait of being flexible and adaptable to changes. Marriage is one place that major life turns can take place. For example, childbirth can change your life, starting a new project, or even starting a new job that may require you to relocate to a new country or a different city. And so if both you and the person that you are getting married to are not flexible, it can make it very difficult for you to have a successful marital relationship. Sweet lady, how do I know if the person I want to get married to is flexible or not? It's very simple. How is their attitude towards change? You will know through how they behave when new things happens, even in your relationship which requires a change. For instance, let's assume you started a new job, which means that your life is now very busy. So by the time you get home, it's 10 p.m. or it's 11 p.m. Is she still able to adapt to that change and stay awake to pick your call? Or is she always complaining that you get home too late and she can't stay awake? So because of that, for a whole month, you've not been able to communicate. If that is the case, then it means that he or she is not willing to adapt to that change that has taken place in your life. Also, if you are the type who is always giving them money, and assuming you lost your job and you no longer have that money to give them, how is their attitude? Do they get offended easily? Do they start missing your calls? Do they start disrespecting you? All of that is a sign that this person is not adaptable, okay? And also there are people who can get stuck in their comfort zone. They don't want to do anything new. So they are an indoor person and that's all they want to do. Maybe you are the type who want to once in a while step outside of the house, go out to have fun, or you want to attend a program, but this person is like, as for me, I just want to be indoors. They are not flexible, okay? Because life is not all about you, it's about both of us. So yes, once in a while we should stay indoors, but our life cannot always be indoors. There is life beyond your house, your home. There are many things that you can do outside of the home which would make life more exciting. So if you have somebody who is so set in their way, their decision is final, nothing changes their decision, even when it hits the other person, then you know this person is not flexible. So when you hear comments like, as for me, that's how I am. When I make a decision, it's final. Once I decide, that's it. Nothing can move me, nothing can change me, no matter who you are. You know, these are all signs that this person is not flexible. So don't take it lightly. You need to challenge it, because if you take it into the marriage, it means that when major life changes happen to you, this person will just be stuck in their ways. What they want to do is what they want to do. So for instance, if you have to change job because you now have 3 kids and your finances is no longer enough, will this person be willing to change their job? Or if one person needs to quit their job to stay at home and take care of the kids, will this person be willing to quit their job? You know, so these are very serious stuff that you can't just close your eyes on and think, oh, she's very strong-willed. He's so strong-willed. I like the fact that he's a man of his words. She's a woman of her words. Those things have their place. But I'm talking about a person being willing to respect your opinion, to listen to your opinion, to listen to your suggestions, to listen to your advice, so that you can navigate through life changes easily in a way that both of you are still happy. This is why when you are in a relationship, you've got to ask very intelligent questions and not just be talking about nonsense. You know, looking at the person's body and admiring the person's body and telling them how their body looks good, how they are sexy. All of those is rubbish, I'm sorry to say, because these things are not what is going to really keep you going. After all the lusts, after satisfying all the heat, what else? What next? And this is where your character will be tested in a marriage. Some of the discussions you should be having in a relationship should be around flexibility and adaptability. You know, would they still stick with you if you live in the UK and after marriage you have to move to Africa? Would they follow you? These are some of the conversations you should be having. If they don't know how to cook, are they willing to learn how to cook? So that when you get married, it's not just one person cooking. Marry somebody who you can reason with and make major life decisions with without feeling inferior. The most important thing you have to look out for when it comes to the character trait is the belief system of the person. Your belief system shapes how you think, how you feel, and how you behave. So for instance, a person's faith is their belief system. So if the person is a Christian or a Muslim or a Hindu or a Buddhist, this shapes their belief system. It shapes the way they think, it shapes the way they feel, it shapes the way they behave. So it's very important that if you are getting married, if you are choosing a spouse, you go for somebody who has the same belief system as you. I'm a Christian and I know many of our Swalians and Mwalians are also Christians, so I'm going to use that as an example. But if you are following and you are a Hindu or a Buddhist or a Muslim, you can still use the same principle to guide you in your choice of a spouse. Even in the Christian religion, our doctrines differ from church to church. There are some churches that don't believe in speaking in tongues. There are churches that don't believe in tithes. There are churches that don't believe in wearing ornament or jewelries. Yeah, all of these you have to look out for. So it's important that you don't just say, I want to marry a Christian. I want to marry somebody who goes to church, because even the devil goes to church. And the fact that somebody is a Christian doesn't mean that they are born again. And it doesn't mean that they believe the doctrines, the key or core doctrines of the Bible. Now, every church has their mission, and based on who is leading the church, their doctrines will be based on sometimes their experience, their spiritual encounter, or their understanding of the scriptures. So let's look at some of the key things that the Bible talks about, which is fundamental and you have to look out for when you are choosing a spouse. Speaking in tongues is biblical. Paying tithes is biblical. Giving offering is biblical. Holiness is biblical. Giving, general giving, is biblical. Praying, whether in tongues or by words, these are all things that are in the Bible, and so many others. I can't go through everything here. So if you are getting married, it is not enough for the person to be going to church. It is not enough for the person to be a Christian. You have to understand, what do they believe? So if you are the type who your church believes in speaking in tongues, but the person you want to marry doesn't believe in speaking in tongues, if you marry them, you're going to have issues, because it means that you cannot pray. Once you start praying and you start speaking in tongues, they're going to get offended. They're going to stop you from praying, and that can bring all sorts of issues in the marriage. If you are the type who believes in giving, you believe in paying your tithe and offering, but the person you are getting married to doesn't believe in that, it means once you get married, you cannot give. Tithing and offering, giving will be out of your life, because this person will not allow you to do it. Maybe in your church, you are okay with dressing flashy. You like to put on your earrings, your jewelries. You like to adorn yourself, wear your trousers. But the person you are getting married to, in their church, they don't believe in earrings. They don't believe even in wearing a wedding ring, or they don't believe in wearing trousers. You can't say that because they are Christian, you're going ahead to marry them. You're going to have issues, because it means once you get married, you can't do your makeup anymore. You can't put on your earrings anymore. So this can become a fight. Yeah, so don't ignore these things. They are very serious. Do they believe in praying fall down and die prayers? Some people don't believe in that. They feel like, yeah, as a Christian, you should be praying for people to repent and pray for them to go to heaven, and not praying for them to die. Okay, so there are beliefs like that. So if your background is the type whereby you know that, hey, the violence taketh it by force, and so if somebody wants to kill me, if somebody want me to struggle, I'm not going to keep quiet. I have to release my own ammunition to the person. Then you cannot go and marry somebody who believes in gentle prayers and so forth. Okay, there are some people, even when you are praying loud, they think you are shouting at God. Okay, especially if you live in the Western world. Some of the children in the Western world, they don't believe in, those aggressive prayers. So when you are being aggressive, they feel like you are shouting at God or you are screaming at God. These are things that can cause issues later on in the marriage. So make sure that, yes, you are both Christians, but your belief system are the same. You believe in the same things. You both believe in speaking in tongues. You both believe in praying fall down and die prayers. You both believe in giving. You both believe in repentance. You both believe in forgiveness. You both believe in holiness, one wife, one husband, that kind of thing. Okay, and this is why there are churches who would insist that marry from that church. Okay, because you are learning the same thing. So it's easy for you guys to carry that into your marriage and live peacefully, even though that is open for debate and it's a topic on its own. These are the reasons why some churches would insist that you marry from the same church. Another important trait you have to look out for is communication. Somebody you can easily communicate with, somebody you can talk to about anything and about everything without feeling bad, without feeling judged, without feeling scared or afraid. Somebody you can literally open up and speak to easily. Okay, this is where it's so important to marry your best friend, because normally our best friends are the people that we can easily do these things with. And so if you are a male and you have a female who is your best friend, or vice versa, they are the best choice of a spouse for you. Unfortunately, you hear people saying, oh, he knows me too much, she knows me too much, and so I can't marry him. He's just like a brother, he's just like a sister to me. My friend, quiet there. You don't even know what you are talking about. If this person knows too much about you, you've shared so many things about your life to them, and they still didn't use it against you, they didn't go about telling people, and they were able to keep it as a secret, and above all, you are still their friend, then what is your fear? They are the best people. They are the best person for you. They are the ones you should marry, not the one that's after you tell one thing, you are now scared how many people are going to hear about it. So as long as the person is not from the same womb as you and they are not blood related, you can marry them. Okay, you can marry them. So marry your best friend, because your best friend, you've already built that rapport, you've already established that communication. So all you have to do is now build upon it when you get married, and it will make things very easy. So you are looking for somebody you can reason with, somebody you can plan with, somebody that respects your opinion. They know that you are intelligent, they respect your wisdom, they are willing to hear you out, and somebody that is open and willing to talk. Okay, sometimes when there are some people, when they are angry, they don't want to talk about anything. They can bottle things for so long. When they are now okay, after 1 month, that's when they are coming to talk to you. That kind of a relationship, if you carry it into marriage, you're going to suffer. So right now, if you are in a relationship with somebody that you are afraid to talk to, you can't share your secret with, when you share something about yourself, they start judging you, they start making you feel so bad, or they start telling their friends, or they tell their mother, they tell their parents, they tell their brothers, you know that is a sign that this person cannot be trusted. Also, if the person is always not willing to talk about issues that happens in your relationship, you bring up matters and they are like, I'm not ready to talk about it now. And they are always never ready. They like to sweep things under the carpet, pretending as if it never happened. That is dangerous. You can't carry that into a marriage. If the person is always shutting you up, keep quiet. You two, what do you know? When we are talking, you two want to talk. It's like they demean you. They feel like your opinion doesn't matter. They feel like you don't know anything, or you are too young to advise them. And this is where maybe you are the guy, you are getting married to a younger lady, or you are the lady, you are getting married to a younger guy. This is where, you know, it becomes very challenging, because sometimes, because you are very young, they think that who are you to advise them? So they don't count your opinion as important. When they are making decisions, they will just make the decisions without getting you involved. By the time you realize they've done things and you are not aware of. Okay, these are all signs that the person, when you marry them, you're gonna be on your own. Okay, so make sure that in the relationship you are watching out for all these signs. Is the person keeping you updated? You know, when they start something, do they tell you when they are sick? Do they tell you that they are sick? When they encounter issues at work, are they able to share it with you? When they start a new job, do they tell you? You know, when they are traveling, do they tell you? If the person is not communicating with you, they are not telling you what is happening in their life, you get to hear it from other people. You get to know it from their social media. That's when you realize that, oh, actually this person traveled to the village and they didn't tell you. My friend, that is a sign that you are in a wrong relationship. Because if you take it to marriage, you're going to feel very neglected, you're going to feel very lonely, you're going to feel very disrespected, and so forth. So watch out for those signs. The final character trait I would like us to look at in this episode is for you to choose somebody who is intelligent and can challenge you in a good way. And this is what I mean. If you bring up a plan, or you bring up a decision, or you want to do something, this person should be able to ask you, so what is the purpose of this? Why are you doing this? What is your reason for starting this new project? What do you intend to achieve by the end of this new project? Okay, it shouldn't be somebody that anything you say goes, whatever you say, yes sir, massa. No. So in the previous episode, I did say that do not yearn or desire to marry somebody you can control, especially the males, because you need somebody who would help you to get to where God is taking you. You need a lady, a woman who will help you to become successful in life, because the woman is the helper. Okay, and if the woman is the helper, then it means that she's got something you don't have. We are all praying for helpers all the time in our lives. It's because helpers have something we don't have. They have something that can make us. They have something that can make our lives easier. So if the woman is your helpmate, then she cannot be somebody you can control. She cannot be somebody that you should be controlling. Can you control your helper? If somebody comes right now and gives you $1 million or £1 million, they've transformed your life. Can you start controlling that person? No. So don't look for somebody that you can control, somebody that anything you say goes. Your word is final. They can't challenge it. They can't ask you questions. No. If you do that, you are a weak man and you are not ready to prosper. Okay, so go for that intelligent woman or that intelligent man who can really challenge you, help you to get better. When I was preparing to get married, one of the things that I was looking for is a man who is intelligent, a man who knows more than I know, a man that I can look up to, a man that when I say, oh, what do you think about this? They have the answer to give me, a man that can direct me. I couldn't have married anybody that I know more than. I didn't want that. Even to choose a topic for discussion, a topic that I will teach on with my singles, my husband will always ask me, what is the purpose of this topic? And sometimes when I'm coming live on Facebook, he will ask me, how long is the video going to be? And I'll say, maximum 1 hour. And he'll be like, okay, can you make sure it's less than 1 hour? You know, so things like that. So because of that, I have to be thinking of how to improve on the length of my videos. Okay, so if you are looking for somebody that anything you say, they obey, they don't challenge it, they don't ask you any questions, it means you are going to be marrying yourself, because you have successfully turned this person into a robot, whereby they don't have a mind of their own. Everything they have to do is to be what you want. And so it's just like you removing your brain and putting it in his or her head. So it's the same person you are dealing with, not two different people. But in a marriage, you're supposed to be two different people who are coming into the marriage with your unique personalities, your unique skills, your intellect, to come together and build an empire or build something great. Okay, you know, there is a wise saying that wisdom is not in one person's head. So you need each other's wisdom, you need each other's knowledge, and this is why the person should be able to challenge you. They should be able to question you. They should be able to prompt you. They should be able to say, no, don't go this way, go that way. I think if you go this way, it would work. So they should be able to suggest things and give you ideas. And you should be flexible and adaptable enough to listen to them and see how their thoughts would help you achieve whatever you want to do. But in a situation whereby you are not willing to listen to them, you are not willing to take on board what they are bringing, then it means that you are still the same person in two people. You've just literally replicated yourself. So you are not going to get the best out of that relationship, because your head alone, your wisdom alone is not enough to make you. You need other people. And the best person that can help you to achieve is your spouse. So it's very important that you marry somebody who is intelligent, who is able to challenge you and help you to get to where you are going to. So this is how I'm going to end this episode, and I hope that you have picked up some very practical stuff that can help guide you in your choice of a spouse. And hopefully in the episode 8 we will look at more traits especially a character trait that you should not marry. If this video has blessed you, please click on the thumbs up to like it, share with somebody, leave a comment for me. What have you learned? Do you have topics that you would like to hear my thoughts on? Leave them all in the comment section for me. And if you have not subscribed to this channel, please do, to support the work that I do, and God bless you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.